Wait 1 second, making sure I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay, let me go double check I'm recording. Oh, yes I am. Okay, sorry about that. But hello and welcome back to Minecraft Young Paradise Golden Age. This is episode 550. And this episode will be dedicated to a world tour. As you know, I think it's about time we do a world tour. It's been a little while since we last did one. So I thought it's about time that we do a world tour. I'll put that shulker box back up there, so I have some more room. So we'll head right into game mode 0. We'll see. It's not 0 no more. I'll see. Okay, so we're going to start by going over our entire world and then all of its newest stuff. So this is our newest area that we have constructed, and that is the Sapphire Pit. It also includes that area right there. Let's see. So I've been constructing this for the last 4 or 5 episodes. It's still under works. As you can see, I'm still working on that, and I'm still working on that archway over there, trying to make a one that I like. Let's see. And we also have a snow creeper face that I added some glass and lava to. I got the lava from the ceiling that I forgot to repair, so just ignore that. Okay, well, we'll go over all of the newest stuff in our world here in this world tour. So we created, not that long ago, what's this tunnel called again? The Tungo Tango Tunnel. And it is named very weirdly, as it actually came up with Tungo first, and then I had to come up with a second part of the name, and Tango was funny, so I just added it. Let's see. And over here we have the Rusty Tunnel. This is a project that I had to rebuild because I had a corruption in my world in episode 340 or 30. And I lost 60 episodes worth of progress, so I had to rebuild all of this. And I think with rebuilding it, it made this look a lot better because this is looking quite well. Let's see. We created the riverbed project. That was the project that came with our rusty tunnel here, and it turned out pretty well. It goes all the way down and used to stop at that area over there, but then we built another build project, the watery cave I cannot speak, I do apologise. The watery caves project I finished on 10th of October 2022. That was not that long ago, about 1 month ago exactly, as it's the 20th of November now. Wait, is that right? No, it's 1 month and 20 days, right? 1 month and 10 days? I don't know. I'm not very good at doing how many days has passed. Let's see. So, this is our watery caves build. It is based on areas that are, you know, water. That's kind of, you know, the thing of it. There are watery grasslands that have dirt that comes out a little bit, like in India. So I decided to take some inspiration of that and have some dirt that's, you know, being eroded away, and there's little slices of it. I forgot that the grass is not yet spread over here. I need to actually place some grass blocks around here to make sure the grass spreads all the way. But this area is just, I think, you know, it's still in the work in progress because I want to add that grass, and then I do want to actually break back the ceiling by 2 blocks because I really want the ceiling to be more farther back so you get a better view of the drop. And then it just drops into this water area that's kind of like a sewer area, and then it just gets washed out into that area there. That does not really lead anywhere. I don't know why that's not. I think I was supposed to place some pillars there, I forgot. Now, I always discover these chests. Yeah, I have so many chests scattered around my world that I forget where I place certain chests. Like, I made that chest, and that chest isn't even full yet. And that one was just down there that I could have used. Okay, over here we have the start of our Mother's Day project. We created this area that used to hang like a rib cage down into a ravine. But it was just, you know, packed to the wall, and I think it looks a lot better with this side chopped out and then this flattened down, because once I was, this area used to stop about here. and I decided to expand it into the, what would become the Tungo Tango Cave, or tunnel. Let's see. So I had to slant out this area as it went into a cave up there. And if you follow us down along here, we have this tunnel is named after Lito the Nito, a person that I knew from Orange SMP. Sadly, they have stopped uploading a year ago, I think, now. Let's see. It is weird, because I know a lot of people, who have stopped uploading. And it's quite sad to see, someone that you knew for a little while just stop uploading and never upload again. Let's see. But Lito the Nito is their name. This tunnel was named on the 23rd of May 2022. And this build then went into this tunnel over here. And then evolves into this little crossroad area that I was going to branch out into different areas, but sadly this area here branches right into our Rusty Tunnel, not Rusty Tunnel, the Tungo Tango Cave, the Sapphire Pit area. If you break this by a few blocks, it runs right into it. And I did not think it was that close, but it is that close. So sadly, and also you can see I placed some blocks, because that's how close it was, like one block close. Let's see. But over here is the not the formerly, the true beginning of the Mother's Day project. The Mother's Day project is this large area with multiple rooms that lead, multiple ways that lead off in different areas. Over here we have a work in progress squid farm, but sadly I learned the hard way that squids do not actually spawn in my world anymore. So it was a waste of a build, so I might turn it into something new in the future. And I'm also still yet to do a lot of stuff in here, so it kind of looks not, finished. Let's see. And in the entrance I used a bunch of end stone bricks for the first time, that I quite enjoy. And also this area over here, I am deciding on if I want to break that there, that pillar area there. But then it is quite close to the entrance over here to this. I wanted to try and keep it symmetrical, but I don't think I would be able to keep it fully symmetrical. And then the next idea that I had was actually breaking all of this away, this big pillar area, because I built all of this a little while ago. It was long after the Mother's Day project. And I do really enjoy this build project. I do want to raise the roof around here as well. So I will be raising the roof, and this is the end of that room tunnel. I cannot speak. Cannot explain what I want to explain. Okay, so this is the end of that tunnel that you saw on the right. That's it. I was about to say left, but that's because it was on my left. Okay, well, this area I built into a very grassy area, overlushed area. That's what I'd definitely say. It's very lush. Yeah, and I totally forgot about this area actually existing, so I was very surprised with all the lush. Let's see. But I quite enjoy this area. It is quite lovely. I might actually break open this wall a bit more, make sure, you can actually see right into it properly. And then back to this area over here. I will be expanding the roof at some point. Probably expand it to that roof height there. And probably break away some of these wall bits over here. And I was planning on doing that for the next Mother's Day, but I might just make it Mother's Day Project Part 2. Let's see, and there's another chest. You can see how much rubble I make around here with all these build projects. But that's all that's down here in this one little area. Let's see. But we have many more to go around in our world. So, we'll head back up these steps over here. You can see it's like a copy of that one over there, but this is the original one over here. Let's see. That I quite enjoyed making. This is the start of the Rusty Tunnel. Let's see. I quite enjoy the arch that we built here. I did actually strip some stuff away from it, so it looks a little bit, not as good as it did when I first made it. But, I will fix that another time. Let's see. Here we have the egg room that I recently upgraded with this bit over here. I still need to clean up some of the walls. And then I was also thinking about dropping some more water from these two bits here that area right there. And then this area over here I will drop some more water in at some point. Not now, but you know, at some point in the future. Let's see, that I think will make this area look a lot nicer. And that is the egg room. This egg here is a egg with a sunflower on it. Originally drawed the design down as a crossroad area with 2 doors. It still has 2 doors, but it's not really a door, it's more like a tunnel now. Let's see, tunnel entrance. Okay, now we're going to be heading down into this area over here. Here's my staircase area. Let's see, I quite enjoyed this staircase as it is probably one of my nicest staircases around my world. Let's see. It's not very nice for the entrance being a bit wonky. As it, you know, just cuts off that step there and then it just becomes this. Let's see. So I was originally building this area to be like a clam. But it also, I'm gonna say it again, it reminds me of boops for some reason. I know it's kind of weird to say, but it does. Let's see. It also reminds me of the clams from SpongeBob for some reason. Let's see. But I built that place a long time ago, and I also planned on building something up in that direction that never got built. And then I also planned on building something out that way that I never built yet. Let's see. And then I have this bland wall here that I think I might actually make it look, you know, a bit nicer. But this area evolves into this area over here. That has 3 routes over here. You have the Kelvin Tunnel. I will take you down the Kelvin Tunnel first. So the Kelvin Tunnel, you can also see the staircase area up there. Let's see. The Kelvin Tunnel is a area where I mined into a cave. Is that right? Or there was a cave here. I think, yeah, there was a cave here that was kind of blocked up and then I mined into it. This area up here leads to another cave because I heard some mobs up here and I had to head up here and, you know, take care of the mobs. Let's see, the vines finally grew fully. Let's see. And I'll take you down there in a second, we'll take the other route. We have this area that leads up this way over here. And I really do enjoy this little area on the left over here. I was actually planning it out, a idea of expanding this, but I am yet to actually do it. And I was just thinking there was some issue that I had and I can't remember what it was. I think this might lead up to, like, you know, the surface or something, because it is, well, we're on the ferry, so no, I don't think it leads up to the surface. But there was some problem that I can't remember what it was. Let's see. And over here is the true Kelvin Tunnel. This area, and that's where the steps that I showed you earlier look from. This area is full of lava pits and all that. It may look lush, but it's hot down here. Let's see. This area over here used to have a lot of dirt down it. But sadly, my world got corrupted and I lost all of the progress that I made down here. But over here is my good friend Kelvin's tomb. And I will explain something while I'm here. Kelvin is the second reincarnation of my best friend, who's an NPC called Daryl Lagarde. And Daryl Lagarde died facing the Wizard a long time ago in the Daryl mine that I made. I named it after him once he died. Called it the Daryl mine. And Kelvin sadly jumped into lava, fighting a witch in lava that would continuously heal. And that's how Daryl sadly died. Let's see. This area over here really does need a lot of work. I might mine it out. I was planning on mining it to a certain level around here. Like probably to this level right here, I mine it all out to. But I'm yet to work on it. And I don't really have a plan for this area down here, right? I did make a staircase down here that I did not even notice was still here. Let's see. But I was supposed to build something down here, but never got around to doing any of this ever since the corruption of my world back in 330. Episode 330, somewhere around that. But before we continue on, we might as well head out here. And now we can finally continue on. So, we'll start off with the Hex Poly project, or Hex Pol, or the Poly Cave, or I don't know what I call this place. Hex Poly was the name of it. This area over here was an area that was going to have a moving out door, but I could not figure out how to make one. So it just turned into that. It has a few different tunnels that lead off in different places. Like this one over here that was supposed to lead somewhere. But then I built something more closer to this area. So I might actually just block up a bunch of these and just make it a walkthrough area. This area over here is a area that I built. And also, I might as well show off this first. This is the Claypool project. And the Claypool project was a project that I built before the corruption and then had to rebuild. Well, actually, I had to rebuild half of it because the back of it was not done. And this is it finally fully done. With a better look to this area. I should really ask, use what projects should I work on again, continue working on. Let's see. Maybe that's what I do. I'll ask you what ones I should work on. That's just a cave that I never really went into, apart from lighting it up, because there were some mobs in there. That's the Kelvin Tunnel. And now we must head downwards. And then we'll lead to that tunnel that's over there. Let's see. So over here we have a little area that leads under our Hex Poly project, and here's all of my three panda bears down here, Gus, Zagoria and Terra. Let's see, they all live in this panda habitat down here, and that actually looked pretty nice, I would definitely say so. Let's see, and we have a cave that leads off in this direction over here, and that leads to that entrance over there. Hello there, zombie, I don't know why you're here. Let's see. So that area leads up here, and this area used to just have a staircase here, and then the water just came down, and this all used to be dirt. But then I upgraded it to look a little bit nicer with this spruce wood. That I'm also half on right now. I might change it up later. Let's see. So that zombie's very annoying. Okay, well we'll continue on with the tour. Over there we have Stuart the zombie. A zombie that normally would be over here, but due to my corruption of my world. Don't know why you're in there. Due to the corruption of my world, he is just, now here. I had to put him in here. I had to capture him there. Let's see. So, well, I'll get onto this in a second. We'll start by going to the left over here. No wait, we'll start going... Don't know why there's so many zombies around here. We'll start by going to Bishima Nabiri Gate. This area over here took a little while to build, and it is 3 gates that I had to rebuild after the corruption of my world. And it leads into 2 areas. It's a 2-way cross area, and I'll start with this. This is a Dirty Dirt project that I started a long time ago, that I should be able to grow podzol, mycelium, and normal grass blocks, just so I would be able to spread different, grass for different builds. And I have used it like once for gathering up grass, and that was pretty much it. Let's see. And over here we have our flower field that is made like the tulip fields in actual, what do you call it? In actual Netherlands, that's it. Could not think of the name there, do apologise. Hopefully that did not be mean to use Dutch out there. Mr. Bones and Mr. Bones. And then over here I just have this storage room that I don't really need. And over here we have our tree farm area that I built and then never used. I really like the water in the background, right? Water's quite nice. And then I have this over here. This area did burn down a few times due to lava pockets just deciding to spread and cause fire. So that area down there got burnt. Then I had to fill it all up and break it all down, and then place some water behind it. I really do enjoy the water behind it. It looks very nice. Just ignore that. I know the blocks are now gone forever, but just ignore that. Okay. Here is the Stone Pyramid project, a area that I started that revolved around a pyramid that you go up and then down and then leads into this area right here. It's not the very nicest area. I might actually rebuild the pyramid in the future, right? Let's see. But this pyramid took forever to build and took a lot of stone bricks to build. Let's see. I'm not happy with how it does not line up in the middle, the pathway. But that's just because I built this and then I built that afterwards. Let's see. And this leads to my nether. It's my second nether portal of my world. And then over here we have this big long river that I built, and then I should have added some gravel around that. Did not actually add any gravel. Kept this railway here from the mine shaft it used to be. So I mined out all of this area, filled it all up with water, turned it into a river. Little few slotted, not machines, but mine shafts. Let's see. And it does not really lead to anywhere. Let's see. I quite enjoyed this build project. Bouncing my head on each of these walls over here. I did quite enjoy this build project. But I feel like it did not really come out the way that I wanted it to come out, right? Like, I still need to fix this pyramid. That's what I want to do. I want to fix that pyramid, make the path look a lot nicer. But I'll leave that for the future. Future me can handle that. Hopefully. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe ask you what build project should I go back and work on. Maybe that would be a good idea. I could host a poll in the community tab. Let's see. Hopefully you will be interested in that. So we'll head right out of this cave that we entered. There we go. Takes a while to get out of this cave. And we're back to where the egg room is. All of this is. So this is the lush cave that we're in. I forgot to say that. We're in the lush caves. And the lush caves is a project that I wanted to make. Is an area just filled with lushness. Like a lush naturist cave. It's currently raining in this pit area. I really do enjoy that pit. I made it with TNT. I dropped TNT into this area and then it turned out actually pretty nice. Let's see. Over here is just a bunch of random tunnels. This tunnel over here actually leads to my museum that I will get back to in a second. Let's see. So this area leads into its own area right here. It's a quite nice area, this pit area. I made a mushroom tree over in the corner. That's not really a tree, but it looks like a tree, kinda. Let's see, and then I added some trees up there to make it look a little bit nicer. So we'll head down this tunnel that leads to another area. Has a few different stuff here. The button does not really have any use. So this area over here is where we would have, been taken if we came out of the egg room. I also named this area the Mars Tunnel, but that's just that short little area in that area, I think. It's called the Mars Tunnel. Let's see. But all of this I built and then added to. I built the tree here. It took forever to grow this tree. And this area here took me quite a long time when I first actually created it. And then I had this big area here. I was going to build a tunnel down, but then I decided to just block it up, so now it's just there. This is Tenko's magic witch room, my witch room over here. That I was going to do magic stuff in, but I never got around to doing so. Well, I did get around to doing so, but the magic mod that I had was the simple arcane mod? Or simple enchanted mod? I can't remember. Oh yeah, here's another tunnel area that I forgot to show off. So, that area leads down to that area, but if we go down this area right here, you will find this area down here. That was the cave that I was supposed to head up, but then I forgot. This is a water cave area. Let's see, that I was showing off earlier. But I built a pathway leading upwards just so I had a quick way of getting up to the surface area. That leads to the Lush Cave main area. And this area was very compact as there's water above us, and it was very annoying building this place. Let's see. But it leads into its own Lush Cave that I never actually got around to finishing. I think I was mining out some areas and then, you know, making this look a little bit nicer. Yeah, I was mining it out and making it look a little bit nicer. And I made this wall here. The bridge cave is that way. Stairs to Kelvin/Mars tunnel that way. So we'll head up the bridge cave. And it's just this area. We'll see, I'm yet to actually do anything with that side. But this area leads out this way. And then you have that little face there that I accidentally made. Let's see. And that is the end of this bit of the Lush Cave. And this is the main entrance of the Lush Cave that I built so long ago. We have this sandstone creeper looking face. We have a dripping stone that I didn't really do too much of a good job on, but I do really like it. Let's see, I might upgrade it in the future. And over here we built this little patch of dirt here, as this area used to just be wood and then dirt. Yeah, wood and then dirt. But then I decided to make it look a little bit nicer. Recently we built something down in this area over here, the egg room. So this area over here kinda got a use after a very long time. But it is quite sad because, you know, I could have thought of another idea for that area. Let's see. And this is one of the first areas that I built and then added little details to it. I might actually make this area look a little bit better in the future. Like I might just cut out that side there and then just raise it up, you know, make a curved ceiling. Maybe a curved ceiling would be better around here. I don't know. Let's see. But I built a tunnel all the way down here that had a ladder that leads up to my cottage up above, where I live. Let's see. But we'll head up here. I forgot that pumpkin was, well, not pumpkin, melon was there. Now, the area that I'm currently entering is the original part of the Lush Cave. I accidentally mined into a cave and then it became the Lush Cave. Let's see. But we mined all of this out and then made it kind of like one of these swamp walkway areas. And then here we have our... Wait 1 second. Sorry about that. There was a fly crawling up my wall there. Okay, well, here we have the egg bubble, a area that I built a while ago, and I also nicknamed this the Joy Tunnel. Let's see, this is the egg bubble. It looks out into the water, and there's quite a nice view when you're sitting down here. Lovely view, right? Let's see, I did do up the roof a while ago, and then also the side bit, I made a little bit of granite lining up there. And then this bit over here is actually my furnace room that I will get to soon. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, well, we'll continue on now. This is our Swafap tunnel, named after a small Indian YouTuber who commented on my video quite a while ago. And this is the artificial cave. You can see where I got that creeper face idea from. I built this and then I built the one down there. I might actually do up this face and make it look a little bit nicer. Let's see. And over here we have the Proto Tunnel, named after Proto Honey. It used to just be this furnace room that I showed the back of a second ago. But then I built all of this next to it, and it actually turned out pretty good. Let's see. I built this area over here that I quite enjoy. It's just a little area here. That is just your regular camming area. Let's see. I quite enjoyed that area, but then it kind of collides with a bunch of other build projects, so I am still deciding on do I keep it or not. But I will keep this area, as this is my well, not automated, but kind of automated collecting, you know, my pumpkins and melons. I don't really need the stuff, so I'm just gonna let it despawn. Let's see. But it just harvests all that stuff. Let's see. Over here we have the Blueberry Tunnel. And on our right is Memorial Lake for the Ogre attack on Blueberry Tunnel on the 5th month of 2022 on the 5th day. It was quite brutal. It broke everything around here and broke some of the wall around here. This Ogre. It was locked onto a NPC that I had here. And it killed nearly everyone around here, apart from like a few people. And it was quite a brutal attack, but this is a Blueberry Tunnel. These are just little houses I thought I could put people in, but it kind of backfired when the Ogre attacks. Let's see. Over here we have Tenko's Super Smelty Mix Smelter 2022. I might actually rebuild this as it doesn't really function that very well. Let's see, I do really like the little smiley face up there. It's like, give me iron and cookies. And over here we have our train station area, where I was going to build, well I am going to build a railway, and I did already start building a railway out that way. And it has turned out pretty good, and also I realised that it's the first time that I actually used white glass. I thought I first used white glass on the snow creeper face. But I built a long tunnel that leads down into this area down here. That leads more and more down into this area. And it just goes on for a little while. And it just stops right here. And that's where I was going to build a railway to this island here. And then downwards and then over to this village over here. But it's quite been a pain in the butt building. And also the reason why the roof is this height is because I keep puncturing the ocean above. So I had to keep going, you know, lower and lower and lower. So that was very annoying. Let's see. But over here we just had your regular stuff. I upgraded this after a little while, got some acacia wood and made it look a little bit nicer. But I quite enjoy what I've done, and that's also another ogre attack right there. We had an ogre attack that attacked the station just 2 days after the last one on the Blueberry Tunnel. And it was quite brutal. Let's see. Damaging a lot of our railway. But that happened a little while ago, and I forgot to show off that little bit on the right there. That is my attempt at making a melon and pumpkin farm. It was more of just a melon farm. I might actually just strip that down and then just block that up, that room. As it's no really any use to me. Let's see. I have a lot of stuff that I want to do, you know, with like tearing down old stuff like this. I want to tear down this and then rebuild it, something, you know, better. Let's see, but that'll be in the future. Sorry for that. And over here we have our entrance to the artificial cave that I used TNT to blow up, and then I mined this area over here to make it look a little bit nicer, the entrance. Let's see, over here we have Cumcuber, my fox, and that's me misspelling cucumber. Let's see, and over here we have, wait 1 second. How many times do I have to put you back in? Wait, where's one of my pet amulets went? It looks like I lost one of my pet amulets. Let's see. I do apologise for this intrusion on the world tour. Let me just get up here to my wyvern area. This is, it showed you a bit of the world that I was saving for a second. Every time that I load in my world, I don't know why, but ice keeps trying to escape. Let's see, phasing through between the bars and all that. Okay, so we'll head this way. Wait, what? There's 2. How much health? 37. Zoe, Brian, Marsh, Bogus, Ice. Wait 1 second. I just realised now what has happened. Our wyvern has duplicated. I don't know how it happens, but every once in a while, my wyvern somehow duplicates. And this is actually the second time that's actually happened. It happened to my goat, Snowball, and it's happened again. Here's the other ice, and there's 2 ice, both owned by me. I'll see, I don't know why it keeps happening. I'm gonna run out of pet amulets by the end of the series. Okay, well, let me head back to where we were. We were just entering this area. That is our floating garden. It is floating because this area over here is the area that was floating, and then I added water beside it. That, I think, turned out pretty good. I do want to actually do up the bottom of this. It does look a bit flat. I might actually do up the bottom of this in the future. Let's see. You can actually see where I built down with dirt at this area. And I will get to that in a second, but we'll look over this entire area. And over here I have my good friend, Daryl, who's reincarnated for the 3rd time, and probably the last time that he's been reincarnated. Or allowed to reincarnate. Let's see. We also have a bunch of ninja turtles over here. Our turtles are just on the shoreline over here. Leonardo, Lord Hardshell, Donatello, Michelangelo. All we're missing is that other one, the red one. Let's see. But then I accidentally misnamed one of them, so we were only able to get Michelangelo for a little while until I got another one that I could call Raphael. And it's been a little while that I have not even found a turtle. So this area over here was a little lake that I had in my world. That this used to be a mountain that came over a little bit, and I mined it all out. And I kept the water here because I really like the water. So I've just kept the water here for the longest time. And I've also added a little bit of age to it by adding, you know, some vines and mossy stone to it. What else? Oh yeah, I added the lining around it, a wooden lining around it, that's what I did. Okay, so we'll head out this way over here, as I feel like this would be the best point to walk up the stairs over here on our right. But over here we have the Bridgemaster Temple. I'm yet to do some terracotta in the face of this to make it look more like, you know, a Minecraft parrot. But this parrot is dedicated to my Season 4 parrot, Bridgemaster, who used to guard my bridge to my house in Season 4, who sadly was killed by an ogre and now has fueled my rage against the ogres for the longest time. Apart from Shrek. Shrek's good. Let's see. I had to rebuild, well, not rebuild, but add one block into this place, as the roof used to be a little bit cramped, so it used to be, you know, that bit there not symmetrical, and it used to just go and not in the, you know, view out that way. Let's see. But I think I did a better job of it, and I forgot to show, well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. Okay. So this is our Bridgemaster Temple. It was first drawn down and then it was built, and I think it turned out a little bit better than the drawing. Let's see, I was supposed to do like a water fountain over here, but I never got around to doing so. Over here I have an arch of leaves with some vines coming down it. And also, if you have any ideas on how to improve certain areas along the way, you can just leave it down in the comment section. I do read the comment section. Let's see. Over here we have our back entrance of my house. That just leads to a little boating area, and there's a little bunny in there too. Let's see. But that just leads to that, and that's just you know, little area there that I've had for the back entrance for a little while. Okay, so the area that I'm entering right now is this the 6 colored doors project. I was going to put doors all the way along this, but I never got around to doing so. So I just kept it, you know, very colourful. You have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple all the way along. And over here we have some steps that head up here, and then steps that head over here. And it goes all the way along here and leads to a carrot farm. And then it has a bunch of steps that head up this way. I built all of this during a storm. Probably the worst storm that I've ever had. living in my house. And I built all of that while it was stormy outside, so if you looked at that video, you would hear a lot of wind in the background. Let's see. And over here we have the top end of our floating garden. I named that bird Jack the Bluebird. 11th of July 2022. Let's see. But this is our wyvern cage that you've seen briefly earlier. And then if you head this way, you will come to my magic stables, where I keep some of my horses. Those doors there. There's the pig that I named Piggles the pig, 18th of August 2022. And here we have New and Glowfire, my fire and demon horse. And down here is the addition that I made to the, magic stables a little while ago. Just your regular steps down into a little area where I keep horses. That I've yet to actually add any more horses. I am going to add a fairy horse in here, but I need to respawn it back in, as it's very hard to respawn something back in from a previous episode, because I had to go back to a previous save, and I lost my fairy horse that Barry helped get me. Let's see. And then up there you have a floating tree that comes out there, and it actually looks pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I quite enjoy this area. I do quite enjoy the glass. Like, I am tempted one day break the glass and make it a little bit more airy. Wait, I did not want to head into a graveyard just yet. We'll head through the entranceway so you have a better idea of, where everything is. You can probably see my mini-map there now. So you can already see that there's a lot of stuff that we need to get to. So over here we have our wyvern cage, the entrance of it, that I built so long ago, and then a little smiley face up there. Kind of reminds me of Dreadlocks Vines. Let's see. Over here we have our cocoa farm with vines and leaves coming down it. And it turns out, pretty nice. I also have a vine farm in the back where I grow vines. Let's see. And over here is our commenter garden. Let's see. Over here we have many different people who have joined our world. We have many different people some people that I do know. Like Novanity, who is a commenter who commented for such a long time back in the day. I've not actually seen Chota Fug Gaming and the Greek Soldier 20 in a little while. Well, in a little while I mean like a long time now. Little Fox is a Asian cooking YouTuber. Caledalian, I've not actually seen in a long time. It's Honey the Proto. I've actually named a lot of stuff after It's Honey the Proto, because I remember when It's Honey the Proto commented such a long time ago. And I will actually spoil a little bit. Up north is my dino farm, and I actually named a dinosaur, a big bird, after Honey Proto Honey. Let's see. And I also named a tunnel down here in the artificial cave after it. And over here we have Iron Brew, obviously the Scottish, drink made by girders. We have Blueberrywolfcub, my sister, or as they now go by, Blueberry_WC is their new, name on YouTube. Tipple1 Gaming, I've not actually seen them in a while. Tipple1 Gaming, they commented a while back, and they were doing a horror game the last time that I saw. Tasha Shabak is a woman who commented on my channel, who is a singer, I'm pretty sure. What's Sleeping is a good person and friend who named two of my dinosaurs, Boris the T-Rex and Daryl the T-Rex. Not Daryl with a Y, but Daryl without a Y. Like Random Memes, Dark End, Games, have not seen them in a little while. Like Random Memes used to come around every once in a while. Howl, Roblox Project, and Hyphen. Hyphen actually blocked me on Twitter for no reason. It's quite weird. Let's see. Roblox Project is an Indian YouTuber that I've not seen in a little while. And Howl commented, and then I've not seen them in a little while either. Lito Donito, I've already talked about Lito Donito. Ralcore, Grim JK. Oh, Doge, I've not seen Doge in a little while, or Zovo TV. DJ Swirly, they're a good person. Doge and Zovo TV. They've actually changed their channel's name to Zovo and Zola, if you're interested in checking them out. They do Minecraft and Pixelmon content. Just another throwaway. And ZMG Tech and Diego Red Gaming. I've not seen them in a little while. Vancia Alexandru. I've not seen them in a little while. Same with Official Entity and Luis Andribetata. And Diego Bloxa. I've not seen them in a little while. Hopefully they're doing all okay today and staying safe. That is my Comte Garden right there. It is a long history of Comte Garden. I need 2 more people to finish off that last sign over there. And I think you ought to be pretty good. Let's see, we have many rows to fill. But that's taken me like 500 episodes to fill, but you know, it took a while to build this Comte Garden, so it's not 500 episodes that it's not been commenters. This area over here is a area where I was going to put sponsorships and special comments. But I am yet to actually fill any of that up right now. So maybe in the future I might get sponsored, or maybe donations or something I'll put up on that wall. But I've just kept it empty. I was thinking about dismantling it and then just returning it back to a mountain. It would actually make the view look a little bit nicer, and you could actually see my Comte Garden. Over here we have Frog Wall for life. It's better if I take away the F1 to take away my HUD. Frog Wall for life. I love that frog wall. It has 2 coal blocks for its eyes and a bunch of jungle wood for its you know, reptile skin? Would it be? I don't know. But this is our well, not Comte Garden. This is our farm here that I built a while ago, and then I built a second addition on top so I could grow more crops like corn and other stuff. And actually, a very cool fact, well, not a fact, but you know, very cool history about this cornfield. 2 witches were actually fighting over this. They were lovers, and they were two of them were fighting each other, and I somehow got in the middle of this thing. And then also the witches are poly, and they live up in the swampy biome. Is that right? Yeah. They live up in this hut over here, and I've actually killed like 3 of them. Because they come around and try and attack me every once in a while. They're not very happy with me. Over here we have our manticore cage area where I keep my manticores. We have Ava, Evoker, and 2089. Evoker and 2089 are named after 2 commenters of mine that I've not seen in a long time, but hopefully they're doing okay today and staying safe. And over here we have our top area that I've changed many times, but this is probably the best looking it's ever been in the entire series. Let's see. But this area over here I used to keep, my farm used to be a bit larger. Was it a bit larger? I can't remember. I don't think I've actually expanded this farm. But I used to farm everything over here, and then I built this little farm, little barrier around it, and I think it looks, you know, okay. And then over here we have our graveyard. This graveyard has seen many deaths, and it's not actually, well, it has actually finished, but it's not my first graveyard. Well, it is my first graveyard, but it's I built a second graveyard after this. That's what I was trying to be. The most recent death was Reefa the Fisherman, my wife, my last wife. Well, not my last wife, but you know, the last wife that I had before reviving Vicky, my other wife. Let's see. Over here we have Joey the Bluebird, struck by lightning. Sadly, Joey the Bluebird was out front of my house and somehow got hit by a lightning strike. Here lies the parrots that came to Joey's funeral, who also got hit by lightning. Yip the fox died some point in 2021's winter. Very sadly, they died to fall damage, unknownly. and it wouldn't be until a little while ago, well, a little while back, that I figured out that's what happened, because there was a bunch of vines everywhere. Over here we have Kelvin the Guard, you already know this one. Died fighting a witch, charging a witch in lava. Over. Oh, that was my cactus farm there. I was wondering what that sound was. Ginger suffocated in... Sorry, there's a fly going right in my face there. Ginger suffocated in a stone wall. 28th or the 29th of March 2021. So about 2 months after the series started, back in January 13th. It's actually been 1 year, and it will almost be 2 years soon, in January 13th of 2023. Bobby Cloud, my son, my second son I think, who died to skeletons and zombies while I was travelling through a forest to settle him down and make him alive. Haggis died to an arrow on my head, only had 1 minute of life. Probably not even that. Hung the Guard, a good friend who died against fighting 2 mules in a cave, but actually the true fate of him was I had sweeping edge on my sword and I did not realise that he was burning in the background while I fought the mules, and when I turned around he had died. There's actually no recording of that, so sadly, yeah, he was never properly shown on camera dying. Over here we have basically entire history right here. Bailey, my daughter of TB, and Vicky, married to Dustin, died at some point, unknown son. Sadly, Bailey died, my daughter, my first daughter with Vicky, and then I had another son, and he also died, and I cannot remember his name. Here lies Diamond Pig, died on the 8th of June 2021, never forgotten. That was a good pig, used to ride it into battle. 29th or 30th of May 2021, here lies the legend, Steve the Farmer. Basically the devil of the series. Let's see. And over here you have a bunch of history. Sam, my daughter, and Tawanda's daughter, died during an attack on Donna and Amy. Married also. Okay. So this bit is a bit messed up, but Sam is my daughter, and it was my daughter that I had with Tawanda, and my grandchildren, Donna and Amy, married, also died during the attack. Sam, class daughter of TB&T, and the wife of Sonny died together during an attack on Sam's cottage. And here's also Tawanda's grave. I killed her so I could get a divorce, because that's the only way that I could get a divorce, because I could not get a priest to spawn in my village. Even the priest in my village that I spawned in eventually died. Let's see, because I had a bugged out marriage that stopped me from remarrying Vicky for some reason, or getting them back. Let's see, so I had to unmarry my wife Reefa, who was dead, but for some reason it bugged out thinking she was still alive. Adolphe the Guard died to a bite. I was going to marry this person, but sadly they were in a boat and they could not defend themselves in time before getting bit by a zombie and turning into a zombie. Chuck the Librarian, my first husband, I killed with my sword in February. Cow 1 antenna was my mushroom cow that I was transporting through this area over here, but sadly a creeper blew it up and it died. Daryl died fighting the wizard in the first month of our series on episode 14. Okay, my voice is absolutely killing me now. Okay, well, we'll head down. Over here we have our view of my house. You can actually see a big lake out front. That is the area that I created myself, and before we head down into that, I must head to my room, So this is my room area over here. A beautifully designed area that I upgraded by upgrading the back wall to make it look a little bit nicer. Here's my storage room. You can see my spare couches up there. And then my spare TV and other TV. And then my chest of just full stuff here. Random stuff. Here's an armor set that once I retire in the future, I can hang my armor up on it. Let's see, but that is not yet. We still have much more to the series to go. Here's two pigs that have been on my balcony for ages. That's actually the one that I bred with that one, and now it just roams here. Let's see, here's my little table where I can do writing notes down. I can actually place books down on it, I think. Yeah, there we go. And now I can read through this book of all my stuff. And then, oh, this is a list of stuff that I needed that I already got now. I didn't actually get stone, I need stone. There we go, and I can take my book back and I can put it back in my pocket. Naturally, I put that back there. Okay, so this is my room. I don't really sleep here, I sleep in the cottage more often. This is a new door that I made here. So there's like two sets of doors. This area over here is where I used to keep my family. I used to have house rooms down this way. Like 3 sets of rooms. And I eventually blocked it all off and built a sugarcane farm down here that I never actually used. And it's just been sitting here for ages. And over here is my cactus farm that produces cactus. A lot of cactus. Quite a lot of cactus. But that's just been that area there. It's just a farming area. Let's see. That might relocate to another area in the future. I do not need to go in here. We'll head down to the first floor, and in this chest is just some stuff that I had left over from the first Ender Dragon fight. And here is my main house. It has changed a little bit. I've upgraded my bench that I used to keep here to a couch that is Napoleon coloured. When I mean Napoleon coloured, I mean ice cream colour. Let's see, you got chocolate, vanilla and strawberry. Let's see. But over here we have a fridge and all that. A trash can that I eventually added after so long. A bunch of bunnies, an artificial area in the back that I made to look like, you know, it went out into nature, but it does not really actually go out into nature. Let's see. Over here we have our trophy room that I keep all of my stuff in. Mostly just armor and trophies and all that I've gathered over the series. This is the start of my berserker armor. I took off my slime armor and put it into the area beside it. Over here is my bathroom where I keep all of my stuff. Well, the bathroom stuff. Washing hands, washing hands, washing hands. Can't actually really use it because there was water down below, but now there is no water down below. Over here we have our fireplace also, I forgot to say that, Manticore in a Tree. That was an episode called Manticore in a Tree. No, M-A-N-T-I-C-O-R-E-N-A tree. You know, kissing in a tree, people used to say that. I never understood that back in the day. But I remember kids used to say that also. But that, I made a fun of that, and there was a manticore in a tree trying to attack my daughter Sam, so I killed it and then put its thing above the fireplace. Let's see. And over here is my enchanting room with my advanced enchantment table, enchanting plus table. Not actually broke that block yet, so it's just been stone for the longest time. Over here we have the lab with a smiley face. It's just your regular lab with your regular stuff in it. And that's just that there. Pretty sure there was something in there. Let's see. It's a bit cramped as it used to be a lot wider, and then I moved out the artificial thing behind my kitchen area. More outwards. Down here we have our potato farm that I upgraded and made to look a little bit nicer and gathers up a lot more potatoes now. We have a full double chest of potatoes. And it looks like it's already needing harvested now. There's some old stuff there. Here's my sugarcane farm, and here's my dog room that I decorated the wall after such a long time. That doesn't really look too nice. And over here is my cat room. And I've kept these two cats in here, Percy and Gronk. Gronk is named after a member of Creations SMP and also the owner of Creations SMP that I used to be on. Let's see. Sadly, that SMP has closed down, and also same with its Discord server when I posted 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. And then it just ended right after that. I'm not joking, that's actually what happened. Feel bad. I quite enjoyed that Discord server. Let's see. Well, let's head backwards now. We're going to head out into the garden now, as it is the point where we do. Let's see. Hello there, birdie. How you doing? This is my little sitting area here, with the tinsel still up from last Christmas because I really enjoyed it. Let's see. And down here we have our little gazebo that is covered in leaves and all that, stops the water from getting in. Our goat, Bony Horse, and Bubbles the pig is here. And then Bill the orang golem over there. Let's see. Over here we have a windmill. And I see one of my goats was trying to escape there. That is Hippo. Let's see. So one of my goats was trying to escape. But this area leads down into a little walkway area that leads to the river down here. But I built this a very long time ago, this area. And then I made it look a little bit more older, the, windmill. So it just looks like that for now. I might actually rebuild it in the future because I don't really like it too much. So I might rebuild it in the future, make it look a little bit nicer, right? Let's see. And over here we have Snowball, Haggis, Burns, Wojtek, and Argoat, Burns, Snowball, Wojtek, Hippo, yeah, all is accounted for. Haggis, and there's the bunny that I'm looking for. That is not two. And this is where Joey died. Let's see. And after you come to this tunnel right here, you can see that this tunnel leads along to my farm that way, but on the right is where my potato farm is. We'll come to that in a second. Over here is my big nether portal that I made. Kinda looking like a nether fortress mixed with what do you call it? Wait 1 second. Mixed with some other stuff. Well, it kinda looks like a totem. It's always looked like a totem for some reason. I don't know why. I built it and then it turned out to look like a totem when I built it. I was trying to go with a sword look, but it never really worked out. So it kind of looks like a death totem or something. Over here, pre-recorded. This is me telling my, use pre-recorded videos from the 2nd of September to the 5th or 6th. And then there is my nether hub. That is not really done yet. I'm still working on it. I need to get a bunch of white glass and put it all in there. And over here is where I keep my Fitz cauldron. And then also goat there. That's the clone of Snowball there. That's my zombie farm there. Here's all my chocobos and random skeleton horse that I have here. Let's see. So that's all just been there for the longest time. Here's just a better look at my house now. And we'll head right over to our farm area. So we'll head over to the farm. Here's a little area of my aqua botrima. And it's just that area that used to be this area used to be like a water area, aquarium that I had. I put like fish in there, but sadly they all died. So I just turned it into a little lake with nothing really in it, and then a grassy roof that I really do enjoy. Here is my bridge that leads to my farm. It does really look pretty good. I'm gonna get a screenshot there. Over there is our temple to our Lord and Saviour, Sailor Cow. And then on our right is my rainbow sheep farm, where I keep all of my sheep, and that's Phil the, Phil the farmer. You can actually see their sign if you look close enough. Phil the farmer. That's how I made sure to remember his name. Was putting a sign down there. Let's see. But this is just a little artificial, well not artificial, but a little farm that I made that I don't really harvest. But sometimes I do need to harvest it. Wait 1 second. Okay, so this is our sheep farm over here. Just every single type of wool apart from black and grey is in here. We did recently get the brown wool from that brown sheep. And also get a brown sheep. Because I needed brown wool for our berserker armor set. It's like 9 brown wool, or 8 brown wool and 1 bit of leather, and that's quite expensive for me. You know what the most expensive thing in my world is? Ink. Because I cannot get ink in this world no more. Over here we have Butter Wizard, a horse that I tamed. It used to be Corn, Roast, and Butter Wizard, but then I added Rocky over here, and Gary. And Roast is looking a bit roasted. I know that because I accidentally turned him into a zombie horse, and I thought that was how you started the progress of getting a fairy horse, but that was not the way. We got Turkey and Zoe over here. Did you know turkeys are not actually, how would you say it? When Americans that were, would become Americans went to America, they found this bird and it looked so much like what the turkey was called from, the turkey fowl that comes from Turkey, nowadays Turkey. And so it was named after that bird that the Ottomans used to sell on to Europe. And that's how that came around. It's not the full thing, but hopefully you can understand. My voice is killing me, so I can't really sing straight. Over here we have 4 pigs. This is my pig pen over here. This is my cows over here. We have cow 2. We have cow 1 antenna, and then we have cow 2. Over this way leads to my zoo. And also my catacombs. So over here I used to keep a bunch of animals and pens all on the left or right, where I kept all of my animals until I built the zoo. And over here is my where I built the graveyard. We have Frankie, Mr. Krabs, and Trashy Murder Animal. The animal that murdered 2 of my crabs. And then over here we have Void the Black Bunny of the Eastern Lush Caves. Yes, I did build another Lush Caves. That's not connected up to our main Lush Caves. Died to unknown causes. He somehow disappeared one day. Efren the Guard, a good old friend, died unknown on the 31st of July 2022. So a little while ago, Efren died. Over here is my catacombs. You can see I've made it to look a little bit worn with cracked stone and certain bits over here. It really reminds me of an elephant, this entrance, or a clown. Over here we have our catacombs with a bunch of chests around here. It's not fully chested up yet, but it will be in the future. And over here is our main area of the catacombs. It doesn't really look like a catacombs now, but I will be doing a build project somewhere in one of these walls, and on that side of the walls building a crypt area. So that will be very interesting to see. These 3 areas will be put for some of the most important deaths of the series in the future. Let's see. And I might save my one in the middle for when I end the series in the future. But that won't be for a very, 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 very long time. Let's see. But that is our cave down there. And if we walk up here, we can turn right and head over to our zoo. This area does look a little bit weird with the walls, but I was going for a more terracotta theme for it. Plus it used to just be a one-way dirt area. Over here is our zoo with multiple different animals in it. The panda bear always likes to escape for some reason. We have Lily Lily and Mallow, the 2 pairs of ostriches. And then over here we have Piper, Snow, and Pan. And then we have Gunner, Chapantai, Array, and Waterloo. Definitely not named after Waterloo, Waterloo, you know, by ABBA. Let's see. Over here we have a bunch of snakes that I took from my desert. 2 places that are named after Frankfurt and Hamburg in Germany. And they're Komodo dragons from our swamp. Raw I tamed during a live stream and I had to get Barry to come help me with it. Dumbo Jumbo and Kamba. Kamba's actually my first elephant. And then on my journeys I tamed Dumbo Jumbo. Here's all my zookeepers that I should really release out into the wild, right? Let's see, I can release them now. They escape, they escape. We got Sue, we got Alf, and then we got On. Yes, very weird names, I know. This area used to have a bunch of cages here, but then I tore that down and built this place. And then I scraped together a new mountain shape. So this is all artificial right here. Let's see. Well, we'll head right over a sky view. Let's see. Head over this way. Over these paths down here. And this is the start of our dinosaur area. So our dinosaur farm, or dinosaur ranch, also has our museum that I slowly upgraded over the time, and also that's Proto Honey right there, the Kekelin. Let's see, this is our zoo over here. That houses many of our stuff around here. Tenko's museum, open 24/7, history has always been made, that is very true. Let's see, and also that's my first creeper head. I somehow obtained one on my journeys, not that long ago. Over here we have a chest that's just filled up with random stuff. You have this, and boom! Aha, I got used with that one. And I randomly get gold nuggets from that one. Let's see. They make the sounds of the creature, kinda like what they're adding to modern Minecraft now. Whether you put a mob's head on top of a jukebox that make the sound. You get feathers from that, and I think that's a reference to husks given feathers when they first released, I think. The fence that almost killed my server, well not server, map. This fence almost killed my server as it hanged a sign, well not sign, a flag on it of, I think it was Denmark, as I was got to change it every episode. And it turns out the flagged mod also killed my last world, so I removed it and I finally got my world back. So we could also return back to Redwood, Minecraft Jungle Paradise Redwood, back in the, well, in the future, but I don't really know. Over here we have our wall of frames that will eventually be our wall of rare items. Sadly I cannot put ink sacks on that because I do not have any. Let's see, over here we have this little area that I built that's quite nice, I do say. I quite enjoy this. Let's see, and through here is that little tunnel area that I was talking about earlier, if you remember. Let's see. And then we head over this way, right? My voice is really struggling, I do apologise. Over here we have our Kekelin and Proto Honey, the Kekelin, and named on the 5th of June 2021. And then over here we have Hanukkah Blue, the Grey Bird Dino, named 2022, 23rd of July. And that's a year apart for each of these. I called this one Hanukkah Blue because it just came up randomly when I thought of something for a name. Over here we have Sarah Tomato, named after its tomato shape over here, and then I just added Sarah onto it. It's male, it's a Triceratops, and it's timid. Let's see, it has plenty of food. Over here we have Spike. Also, Sarah is named after, and Spike is named after, is it Walking with Dinosaurs, or I can't remember what it was. It's a VHS thing from like the 90s. It's a movie that I used to watch back in the day. Land Before Time, that's it. Land Before Time. They're named after two of the characters in Land Before Time. Walking with Dinosaurs is that one from Netflix. Over here we have our beacon, and that is our Spinosaurus enclosure. I'm still yet to name that snow golem after one of yous. So if you want to be named after it, leave it down in the comment section. Don't know why there's a skeleton on top of there. But this is our area with our Boris the T-Rex and many other stuff. When I mean many other stuff, just one other dinosaur. Our Cratiosaurus, that I did not actually name, I don't think so. Now we just have Boris the T-Rex named by What's Sleeping on the 6th month of 2021 when I got to 100 episodes. I never thought I would actually get to 100 episodes of this series back in the day. My hopes were just for 50 episodes back in the day when I was doing season 4 of Jungle Paradise. I wanted to get to 100 episodes when I hit 50, but then I never actually got to do that, as my world was sadly ended early when, don't know why the leaves are blue, when I lost my world when my PC broke back then. Let's see. But you know, this world is now very old now, about 2 years almost. Let's see. Over here is where I kept my Petrodon that eventually escaped, and then I saw like 300 episodes or 200 episodes ago. It was very strange, and then I lost it again, and it's somewhere in our southern area over here. Don't know where it is, I don't know how it's, you know, out there, but it is out there and it's still living. Over here is our Dodo. It is just called Dodo. Has not really gotten a proper name. This is where I'm going to put my mammoth again, because I killed the last mammoth as it had gone insane. I'm not joking, it actually gone insane. I whipped it, tried to calm it down, and I killed it. So sadly we do not have a mammoth no more. And I will not whip another dinosaur. And that's basically everything done for here. So I guess we can now head over to this area over here. This is Foxtown over here, a town that I'm building. I do want to change up this house over here a bit, so I might actually trim off some of the side bits on that. And yeah, it's turned out pretty good. I do quite enjoy it. I'm going to stock it full of llamas. They're still attached, yep. And this is Alvelio, the second town that inspired Voxtown to have terracotta. So I've given it a bit of history that they stole the idea and made coloured terracotta. Well, these people have peach terracotta. This is a bridge that I made worn that will lead up this mountain over here and through, well, I saw this mountain, through this area over here and lead up through that valley over there. That will, that's actually a very lovely picture. Sorry, sometimes I like to get too many screenshots in my world. That will head through here and through this area, connecting up with this road over here that leads to Log Town, our next destination. So, over here we have Log Town, a town that I first built as my first town, but our first town in the series was actually Ice Bob's Town, somewhere built over here. That sadly was ended due to the corruption of our world. That caused me to go back 60 episodes worth of, you know, stuff. So this was my next attempt at building a town, and this is Log Town that has my ice farm that I harvest ice at, a snow house that I just built because I felt like I needed to add something to this place, and then my main cabin and, you know, whatever else you call this area that I built. It's quite colourful on the inside, as you can see. There's quite a, you know, puke of different colours, and that's the path that goes up into the mountains. Over here we have this bridge called the Norfolk Polar Bridge, a bridge that many polar bears died in the making. Sorry about that, I really needed a drink. Okay, So I built this area, and many polar bears sadly died as they locked onto me and I had thorns on my armour. And sadly they died. And off in this direction is where I'm going to be building Ice Bob's Town once again. It's weird to think Fox Town was built before Ice Bob's Town was built. And also this path over here has got to lead to a bridge that will cross this valley. And then probably connect up with that path there, kind of giving you multiple routes that you can go and split off it. One day I want to build many roads across my world, and I want to build one up north at some point to connect up with this village that I will eventually rebuild as well. Same with this village over here that I want to rebuild. And that means we have a lot of work because I also have all of this new terrain over here. Everything at this point and then around is all new terrain that I generated as I wanted to see what was out here. And also I plan on building outposts somewhere around here, and also villages. When I mean villages, actual cities and all that. But our next destination is Village 1, my first ever village that I ever built in Jungle Paradise. But I mean first village, actual village. It wasn't a city until, a while ago. Let's see. But this is a village that I built. Also, if you're wondering what this is a fountain. That used to be a mob farm that I failed at building, and so I just turned it into a fountain. Over here we have a bridge that I'm going to break down and rebuild at some point. But it's supposed to lead to this island that will have something built on it. I want to build like a fort, like defense area that I could defend this port over here with, and also the river leading upwards. Kind of just giving the world a little bit more history. But this is Mas Halden's wall. It stretches a little bit of a distance off in that way. That's actually the end of it there. And then I need to build the sister wall, that's right there, a little bit further along. And then have a decayed area over here. Yeah, I'm going to have a decayed area over here. That was decayed due to the water decaying it and then it falling into the water. So I will do a bit of destruction there. Over here we have the towers and trenches projects. This is the trenches, not towers. The towers are two areas located up north in my world, near my main base. This is one of them. It's a crossing area of two towers. And this is the first one that I built that did not really come out as good as this one over here. But this one did have a lot of problems with its numbering, as some of the numbering of it was wrong. So it came out not as perfect as it should have been. But we make mistakes. Over here we have Maruharu Harbour, and off in the distance you have our ocean rig, the first ocean rig that I built in my world. That area down there leads to my spider farm, just your regular spider farm. Pushes water through the spider farm, they head down into it. Actually, I got my last mending book that I needed for my chest plate, so now I can finally repair my chest plate. We have the Angry Cat building that was not supposed to end up like that and somehow ended up like an Angry Cat, so I just made an Angry Cat. We have the main pillar that I cannot remember what I called this monument. It's somewhere in one of my books that I drew in for the designs. But this is the main pillar of Mas Halden. This is a church kind of looking building that I created, but I actually used World War I photos, and I sketched out a drawing of a church that was destroyed and tried to make my own version of it, kind of giving it history, because a lot of the churches were never rebuilt, sadly. Let's see. So I ended up building this, and then I had to actually mine another bit onto this building, so I had to move this by one block over. And then also add another block to this because it was one block short of what it was supposed to be. But now it is perfectly centered with 2 blocks on each side of the heart. So now it makes a bit more sense. I realised that I did not actually do the inside bit, did I? Let's see. But the area in here is kind of just empty. Does not really have too much to it. Just your regular area. But I think it's quite nice. I put this at the window. Sometimes it scares me. Because it's like, oh, something's watching me. Nah, it's just a armor stand. Okay, well, let's go and explore some other bits of, what do you call it, Maashalden. Over here we have Eastern Zola, named after Zovo and Zola. I named this one after Zola, and I called it the Eastern Zola. It is a western themed town in Maashalden. That was kinda, what do you call it? I don't know how would you say it. Imagine an ancient city was built here and then it was broken away, some of the buildings, and then, you know, houses were rebuilt on top of it. Basically what Egypt is now. So that was kind of the idea that I went with for this area, but also I went with a western town. Here's a bit of water that I added for a little pathway that went this way. I was going to lead up to that house, but I think I forgot to do a bit of the pathing. But that is pretty much everything around here, and you can also see that I ran out of sandstone, not sunstone, sandstone. I ran out of sandstone, so I made it look like, you know, it was still under construction. And I think I quite enjoy that. Okay, back to the trenches project. This is the 2 trenches that I built for Trenches and Towers project. It is quite nice. I built these 2 tunnels inside it as well, that I quite enjoy. Over there we have a construction site where I'm excavating a nether reactor. If you know Minecraft PE, you know Minecraft PE. Good old days of, you know, activating those things. Duplicating gold and then, you know, using it for that. Just stacking them on top of each other. Great fun. Okay, over here we have this church that I'm going to actually break down in the future and turn into a pyramid. Yes, I think that's what I want to do with it. Turn it into a pyramid. Like a pyramid holy place. That's what I want to go with. Bunch of people standing outside the house. They are awake, so they are, you know, active. Over here is where I used to mine for sand. And then I turned it into a very nice place instead of, you know, it being like a, you know, quite a deep area full of, you know, stuff. I filled it with sand and turned it into a nice river with some fossils at the side. Kind of like maybe a dinosaur or a giant cow, something like that. But I quite enjoy this area. Not really too much to it, right? Just mostly that the water comes from this little mound here. Not really any reason why it comes from the mound. And over here is what you call wilderness. That borders the desert that I have not actually built in, but have explored because I thought my son might have been buried somewhere around here or somewhere in the plains biome in Voxtown. And I also forgot there is somewhere that I have missed. Well, there's actually 2 places that I missed over here. But there's a place back at Voxtown that I missed. Over here is my village 2. Quite in disarray. It really needs a lot of work. I've not actually touched this in such a long time. There's Basil. Or Basil. Let's see. And over this horizon, in this desert biome, is our 150 block wide project. This project has many calculation problems, like this is actually the middle, but for some reason this does not line up with the middle. And this build project is quite wide that it cannot, well, it can all load in at the same time. And I really do enjoy this place. I did start dirt in this area, but I've not been in the area for a while, so it's not really fully dirted. But I plan on dirt in a lot of this area right here, making it, you know, like everything in the circle is healthy and, you know, grassy. But that'll be something for the future. And so we'll go head up to Voxtown, to the plains biome. Not where I wanted to go. There we go, we're at the river area. You know what, I'll just fly right over to it. So, down south we have another area. Benjamin. Oh, it's because I'm in the area for a... So you were my dog there, Dennis. Oh, it's getting to life at me. It's because I'm in the area where Benjamin, my son, is currently located in Darrell Mine. I dropped him off there. Let's see. Okay. Where is it? It's that area down there, yeah. Sorry. Sometimes it's hard to recognise the landscape from above when you've just been on the ground for so long. Okay. So I mined out all of this river, making it traversable by boat, and it turned out pretty good. I kept on going down south to the southern plains biome, where I have built my sawmill that I, made. It doesn't really have much of a function, right? It's just mostly just a sawmill that I built. Bunch of flowers here. This is where all the logs come to get, turned into charcoal or, wood for furniture. Hello there, wolf. You are harvester dog. Harvester. This is a trail that will go off in that direction. There's another path that goes off in this direction. And we just have little cornered off bits here that I added, just to give it a little bit more life. That area leads to lava. And I do need to build something off in this direction down here. I need to build a factory where the wood will be... I'll build a truck across one of these roads. And that truck will be transporting wood to the factory to be turned into furniture. So that's kind of what I'm going with there. Okay, well, that is pretty much everything apart from a small few locations like the end portal and all that. Construction Island, where my first son met his fate when I accidentally killed him. Well, I did kill him on purpose because he accidentally witnessed me kill his wife by accident. So I had to kill him to silence him. Bit of history there. That is an ogre in my house. I am not... I'm just leaving. Just leaving. Leave that alone. Okay. Well, I am going to end it here. So, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode of our 550th episode world tour. Have a nice day, safe up to travel, maybe even some rushes. Need to keep the vitamins, very, very important. And bye, see you next time. Have a nice day, see you. I cannot speak. Have a nice day, safe up to travel, maybe even some rushes. Need to keep the vitamins, very, very important. And bye, see you next time. Have a nice day, see you. Bye bye.